everyone, and welcome to episode 30 of United City Randomiser. Last time we were together, we played against Leverkusen, and I think we got a draw. We then followed it up with a game against Werder Bremen, if you can see over on our fixture list here. We played Werder Bremen, got another 0-0 draw, bit of a dull game, not a lot happened. Played Hertha Berlin, got a 1-0 win, but looked pretty good doing it. Our play was better, we had like 17 shots at goal, and you know, it was just a bit better than the 1-0 suggested, so I was happy with that. Today we play Hoffenheim, who you can see are down in 14th place. We currently sit 4th. We haven't lost yet. 3 wins, 2 draws, 11 points, puts us in a decent position. The team's playing quite well. I would say they're a little inconsistent individually, but collectively we're doing okay. So yeah, today Hoffenheim, decent opportunity for some points, I hope. So let's get into the game and see what happens. So Hoffenheim are in 14th, so we're going to play the Gegenpress and see if we can really impact the game more than they do in terms of style of play and really stamp our authority on the match. So because of that, we're going to play this particular starting 11 today. Not recognised as our main 11 necessarily, but I think these players are best suited to the roles in the Gegenpress style. So we've got Greitbust in goal. Klünter is replaced Kruse because Kruse is injured at right back. Omaru and Kempf are our central defenders. Heiss as the left-sided defender. We've got Burnich and El Neni in the midfield. We've got Malcolm on the right. Gravenberch is the attacking midfield central player. Harry Wilson is on the left. And Mecca is up front as the striker. On the bench, we've got options there in goal. Harthers, Siflidis, Marin, Gondugdu, Davies and Silva. Still trying to get my mouth around some of these new names that we have to remember. So that's the team that we're going to put out. I've suggested to them that we should be winning this match to keep our run going. They didn't seem particularly bothered by that, but okay, fair enough. So let's get into the game. We're away from home, so it's a bit of a risk playing the Gegenpress and pushing them whilst we're away from home, but I think we're a better team, so hopefully that will bear fruit and we can really dominate this game as much as is possible. So first opportunity for a highlight is off of our goal kick. They pick up an easy ball at the back, but give it straight to Grevenberch, who runs forward to the edge of the box, finds Malcolm on the right, but puts the ball behind him, so it disrupts the momentum a little bit, but we keep the ball. Eventually it finds its way to Heiss on the left at the byline, crosses it into the far post, and Malcolm with a decent effort on goal and powers the ball into the back of the net. Brilliant opportunity to move the ball around. We kept it moving quite quickly. Heiss in the end again finds his way onto the byline and whips the ball across. They miss the opportunity to clear it, and Malcolm at the back puts the ball in the back of the net, and it's a lovely goal after not more than about 6 or 7 minutes of play, which is a really good start. So we might change the Gegenpress as the game moves on just to save legs a little bit, but hopefully the first half we can mostly play it. Here's an opportunity for them, but they give a cheap ball away. It's a bit messy in the middle of the park, but we come away with the ball again. Heiss at the back finds El Neni, and can he hold the ball? They seem to be pressing us quite as much as we're pressing them. Mecca gets through on goal, but quite far out on the edge of the box and takes a pot shot, and the goalkeeper saves it. So yeah, it seems like it's quite a high pressing game from both teams, but so far we've come out on top of that. Omaru at the back for us finds Malcolm, who cuts it into Burnich. Klünter wide right on the far touchline gets a very long raking ball across, and Mecca caught me by surprise, if I'm honest, which is why I didn't really react. I'm not quite sure exactly how he managed it. I think he probably headed it over the top of an encroaching goalkeeper, but we'll have a look here. Klünter with the ball across, and the goalkeeper comes out, flaps at the ball, it lands on the head of Mecca, and he puts the ball in the back of the net, and we're 2-0 up, which is really great. Some really good long crossing from our fullbacks either side, which has been really positive. And so far the Gegenpress system has worked very well for us. We seem quite comfortable in terms of how the game is moving forward. You can see both have had a couple of shots on goal, but only we've managed them on target. It's basically 50-50 possession, which shows that they're pressing us as much as we're pressing them. but it's all going very well. So you can see that none of them are performing particularly well, and we're doing all right. Malcolm with the free kick, quite deep. We maintain possession rather than get it straight in the box. Can we build up the play patiently and get a decent opportunity for it? Malcolm still has it over on the right hand side into Gravenberch on the edge of the box, has a long shot but straight at the goalkeeper. Good patient play. It wasn't just lump it and hope. We tried to build something from the back and got a decent enough shot on goal, but didn't quite manage to put it away on that particular occasion. Heading up to half time, couple of minutes left. I suspect it might just drift into half time at this point, but I'm really happy with that. 2-0 up. I think I might change the style of play at the beginning of the second half just because I don't want to lose too much condition of our players. I want them all to be able to see the game out as much as is possible. So we'll come in, we'll challenge them to prove a point just because that will keep them motivated. Before we go back out for the second half, we'll go into our tactics and we'll just change the style of play, and we'll go, what should we go to? I still think we want to control the game. So we'll go to our controlled possession, move the players into the positions that they want to be playing. And one more will do it. Unfortunately, I haven't found a way to make it so you can click the button and they all find their positions properly, but yeah, so we'll go back to this formation, the 4-3-3 controlled. We'll make a couple of substitutions later on, but we'll go into the second half and just see if in the second half we can keep the ball, move the ball well and quickly, but maintain possession, try and get through their defensive areas a little bit and have a couple of opportunities. Their free kick comes in first, but it was a decent enough save by Greitbust. I would have hoped he would have held on to it personally, but he parried it and eventually we cleared it, which is fine. But as I say, a little bit disappointing that he didn't hold on to the ball. They have another opportunity here with a corner kick, comes in, pinball in the middle of the box. Eventually, I think it hits the woodwork and bounces out, and we find Burnich on the ball on the edge of the box and clears it. We can see here a bit of pinball. It pings around a bit, and a real point blank shot that just didn't find the net, which is fortunate for us. They probably should have at that point. It was a bit of a poor bit of play from whoever took that shot. But the game is still quite even in terms of chances created and the possession, which is fine for now. But we have lost a little bit of momentum, but I expected that a bit. We'll make some changes in a minute and just see if that can move us forward into the last sort of 20 minutes of the game. But so far 2-0 up still, and they haven't created anything of real note other than that one shot that they missed at point blank range. So let's make a couple of substitutions. Gravenberch for whatever reason isn't playing particularly well, so Marin will come in. I think that's what we're going to find a little bit from some of the younger players, that they're inconsistent. Wilson's going to come out and Davies will come in. Wilson wasn't playing particularly well either. We've got one more chance to make a substitution here. Mecca's playing well up front, so we're not changing him. I might take El Neni off and bring Siflidis on, just because I don't want El Neni to pick up any more yellow cards. We've got to protect some of that as well. So yeah, a couple of youngsters coming in. Gravenberch going out of the team at this point just because he wasn't particularly good. Previous game, I think it was, he played very well though. So again, I think they're just going to be a little inconsistent at the young age. But we're down to 15 minutes to go. Game is still quite even in terms of the play, but we've taken advantage of the early part of the game and got our 2-0 lead. And now we just simply need to hold on to it and keep the ball a bit and keep it away from them and stop them from gaining opportunities. And I think we're doing okay because they've hardly had a highlight in the second half really, so it's worked out very well, and it looks like that's going to be it. End of the game highlight coming up. There you go, there's the final whistle. Decent 2-0 win. We got our 2 goals from playing the gegenpress in the first half. Second half we came out and controlled the game, so they didn't have too many opportunities, and that just meant a good win for us in the end. So I'm going to calmly say well done lads, that was a great win for us. Everybody's happy with that. That should help our league position as well, which was already pretty good, should I say. So let's go and check in on that before we end this particular episode. But all in all, very positive. It was going to be an opportunity to take points because Hoffenheim are slightly lower down. But look at that. 6 games. There's a couple of teams that haven't played 6 matches yet, but we sit on top of the table, on top of the Bundesliga after 6 games, which I'm delighted with. We've been able to use all of our different options of tactics and formations. We've used pretty much most of the squad already, at least in substitute appearances, if nothing more. Everybody's getting an opportunity to contribute, which is fabulous. And we currently sit top. This is what we did last season. We played really well for a period in the first half of the season and then hung on the second half. Hopefully this time around we can be more consistent throughout the whole season. We'll have dips in form, of course we will. But what a brilliant start it is. 6 games gone, United City sitting top of the Bundesliga. We're going to come back in a couple of games' time because I want to play the Mönchengladbach game. As I say, they stole our Europa League spot away from us in convoluted circumstances last season. So we'll come back and play that. And then we'll probably come and play Wolfsburg. I'm not so bothered about playing that particular cup match against Sandhausen, just because I think, they're a lower opposition and we should beat them comfortably. But when we get a decent opponent in the cup, then I should probably play that as well, because we need to start progressing in that competition as well if possible. But yeah, we'll come back and play Mönchengladbach. Then we'll probably play Wolfsburg after that. So there's the next couple of episodes for you. Great to have your company as always. United City are doing really well. Season 4 is going very well so far. I'm sure we'll have a bit of a drop at some point, but hopefully not too bad. But so far so good. I look forward to seeing you next episode. Thanks for joining me. If you're enjoying the series, put a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, all the good stuff, and join the United City here on YouTube. And I look forward to seeing you next episode. So bye for now. Thanks very much for watching this episode of the United City Randomiser save. If you enjoyed the video, then why not click on the like button, as that would really help me. If you think you know anyone who would really enjoy my Football Manager content, then feel free to share this with them. But most importantly, if you would like to join my United City here on YouTube, then hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with my video releases. If you have anything you want to say about the United City save or the channel itself, then feel free to leave a comment below, but please try and be nice with each other. That'll do for today, so until next time, stay happy and healthy, and I will see you soon.